Hello and welcome to Full of Food. If you've got a ninjafoodimax multi-cooker, you need to try this 3-part meal because it's amazing. It's one from their cookbook and I can highly recommend it. So let's get on to the ingredients. So we've just got a kilo of potatoes here, some nice ham and smoked cheese, a little bit of mayonnaise, some milk, some water. These are breadcrumbs, they're going to go on the top to make it nice and crispy, some green beans, sea salt, a little bit of butter there and some Dijon mayonnaise. These are my chicken breasts, a couple of cocktail sticks, going to pop them in there to hold them together. So let's get started. First up, we're going to peel our potatoes. These are just some nice white potatoes I got. I find these work really well for mash. We're going to make a mash in the bottom of the multi-cooker and then we're going to chop them. So the idea is to chop them into cubes so they'll cook really well in the bottom of the multi-cooker. About this size, about 2 centimetres. Nice little cubes. Get all of those chopped up nicely. Okay, so done with the potatoes. Next up, we're going to get this assembled into the multi-cooker. So I'm going to pop my butter in there with my potatoes. Here she is, bring her across. So we're putting the pot in the bottom. And then this is so simple. Pop your potatoes with your butter into the pot. A little bit of water. We need to make sure we've got the fluids in the bottom there. A little bit of milk. And then pinch of salt. A little bit more, like them salty. That's it, couldn't be easier for the bottom layer. So next up we're going to prepare our chicken. So I've got 4 chicken breasts here. We're going to cut them in a butterfly, so to make a nice sort of little heart shaped. Just slice them through the middle. Get it as even as you can, doesn't really matter. We're going to bash them out in a minute, so just get it as flat as you can with the knife. Okay, that was a little one I had, not quite the same size as the others, but never mind. Next up, some cling film, so I'm just going to cover the board with cling film here. This just stops the chicken splattering all around the kitchen. So pop my butterflied breast on, cover it over. Favourite part, rolling pin. Going to bash this one down, going to make it as flat as we possibly can. There we go, so you can see it's getting to be about 1 centimetre thick, maybe even less. There we are, nice flattened chicken breast now. So next thing we're going to assemble these. They've got some really nice ham and I chose some Oakwood smoked cheese. You could put any cheese, Gruyere, anything in here. So I just ripped them up and popped the cheese in. Nice little puzzle there. And then some ham. Top tip, don't put as much ham in as you think because it is actually, these are quite big slices, but it does actually roll up a lot better if the ham's a bit smaller. So just rolling up the chicken breast there. Going to secure that with a couple of cocktail sticks. Just make sure we get that little bit of chicken on the bottom just to stop them unrolling when they're in the multi-cooker. A little bit of fast forward action. So this one makes 4 with the mashed potato for 4 and a side of beans for 4, but you could adjust it, just adjust your volumes. So there's my potatoes I put in earlier. I'm going to put the rack in now. Make sure that's right down the bottom, there's no potatoes underneath. Getting some tin foil, this is going to be my middle layer. So my bottom layer is my potatoes, middle layer is going to have my veg on. And we're doing these nice green beans, pop them all in the middle, compile them up. I did find any on the edge burnt a little bit, so make sure you pop them sort of into the centre. Rack on top. Now the fun part. So, chicken breasts, all rolled up with that lovely ham and cheese filling. We're going to brush with Dijon mustard. I'm going to put mayonnaise in a minute, so it might as well be Dijonaise. Lovely, look at that mustard going on there. Next up, mayonnaise. Mayonnaise works really well on this because it helps to make it nice and brown. And then finally some lovely breadcrumbs on the top. These really make the difference when you cook them, by the way. Make sure you get quite a lot of that on there. Close her up, and then the ninja settings you need to use on this are as follows. So put the little machine on. Going to slide across to combi steam. And then we're going to 160 degrees. And we're going to put the time up to 14 minutes. Press start. Go away. Have some time to yourself. When you come back, you'll have a full meal almost ready. So look at those chicken breasts. Look at those golden tops there. You can see all those lovely cheesy juices have dripped through onto the beans. And the mayonnaise has worked like a nice grease in there. So look at these buttery potatoes. I just give them a little stir. I'm just putting these into a pan because I find them easier to mash in that. Don't really want to mash in my Ninja Foodi bowl. So mash them up. And then this is just a matter of taste. Add a little bit of the cooking liquor in there. Make them nice and buttery. Keep mashing. Oh, look at those. Lovely job. So let's plate this up. So first up, that lovely buttery mash. Good dollop of that on there. And you could add anything to this mash if you wanted. Nice chicken breast. Take your cocktail sticks out. Top tip, make sure the sticks are intact. I have bitten down on one of these before. And then look at all that cheese that's dripped onto those beans. Wow, look at that. Lovely beans there. And there it is, this beautiful dish called cordon bleu chicken in the Ninja Foodi cookbook. But really, they're just lovely cheesy ham, chickeny roll-ups. Little bit of the cooking liquor on the top. Remember, that's got that nice milk and butter in it. And there we go. Lovely meal. So easy to do. The fact it all cooks at one time is just phenomenal. I love the fact you can just pop it on, go away, do something else and come back and serve up.